hard when you got hard. That you got hard when you got hard. That you got hard when you got hard. That you got hard when you got hard.
Will you please help us welcome the Irreverent Reverend, your freaky deacon, the one, the only, Mr. Art Zealous.
Art loves you so.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, you venerable saints of art and craft. You know, we make art best when we make art daily, so make stuff religiously. Today's artistic inspiration is broccoli silhouette character design. Can you imagine? So grab your crayons, your banjo, your knitting needles or spatulas, whatever tools you love for whatever art you make. I'm sure that you've heard that any classic character design should be recognizable by its silhouette. So prepare to get inspired by taking the most hated silhouette on the whole American dinner plate and reclaiming it to fuel your art. For today's episode, we've got a free printable broccoli silhouette worksheet with a link to the PDF down there in the show notes. Click on it, print one out for yourself, and play along at home. And let's make something great today. First, let us thank the Art Zealous Youth Singers. Let us thank good old Agnes on the organ. And folks, a lady who needs no introduction, please hoot and holler for my beautiful wife, Belle! Now, folks, just like every week, Belle's going to take your call. She's going to host the chat room, and she is my inspiration and the brains of this operation. And I hear those phones are ringing, and we are going to take your calls. But first, my friends, there's something I got to share with you, something very special. That's right, the 5 commandments of art, with which you can create anything that your heart desires. That's right, 5 commandments, friends, 5. That's twice as fast as the other guys with half the tablet. So let's make some art. And how do we start? We devote ourselves to sit with the art for a dedicated time, and we do so thusly. Place your hand on your heart, put your tool in the air, and swear. I, Art Zealous, devote these 5 minutes to the creation of a broccoli silhouette character design. And then, because all great art starts in the butt, get ready, get set, and shake it out! Shake it out! Shake loose the wiggles! Get them out, my friends! And sit. Congratulations! The hardest part was just to start. You are now a serious artist. Now, do we leave to fate that what we make will be great? No! We art dreamy. We imagine the results of our wildest dreams and jot down our favorite parts. Say, hey there! Broccoli silhouette character design, don't you look dreamy today? Sure do like your instant classic character looks. Tell us in the chat what you see in your head when you imagine the perfect broccoli silhouette character design. I dream of a recognizable broccoli appearance. That's right. Maybe it would be most effective if it looks like broccoli. I dream of the ability to see past the recognition of broccoli into something where I forget that I'm looking at broccoli. Wouldn't that be an artistic feat, friends? It both resembles broccoli and is distinct from broccoli to such a degree that nobody could ever look at that and think, oh, that's just merely broccoli. Say, hey there, broccoli silhouette character design. I sure do like your winky broccoli references. That's right. Like, look at this. This is that fractal kind of broccoli they have. And, I mean, you have to agree that that's over 1,000 times better than the standard piece of broccoli. So don't feel like broccoli has things that don't commend it. Excuse me. Say, hey there, pro-broccoli narrative. I mean, as long as we're using the stately broccoli silhouette, maybe there's a way for us to get out the good word about broccoli. Huh? It's food for thought. So here's my top 5 dreams in order for how my work shall turn out that I will consult as I create. And now that we've dreamed perfection, we're always traveling in the right direction. And you know, maybe old Scratch say to us, maybe he whisper in her ear, well, how do I know that I'm doing it right? I never made a broccoli character design. And oh, Scratch, you quit your whispers, your sinful whispers. You're trying to steal my enthusiasm for broccoli, and that can never happen. Coconuts to you, Scratch. But how do we know that we're making it rightly? We art lightly. We learn what we are doing only by doing. So whatever art you're making, be it a song or a sculpture or a strawberry souffle, rough out your first ideas quickly and lightly. Let us take 5 minutes now to meet the unfamiliar with a playful boldness. And you can see that I'm using our printable broccoli worksheet here. It's got a very, very light broccoli silhouette on it. And I'm using that to turn it around a little bit. So I looked at the silhouette from different angles. There's nothing in the qualifications that say that you have to do it in the same orientation as the recognizable standard piece of broccoli, and I refuse to do so. So that's good that that is not a rule. And, you know, it's a pen and a piece of paper, and we got this little printable workbook here, and that's nice too, but you don't need that. As long as you got a writing implement and a scrap of paper on a napkin or even a paper towel, one I like to use. I love a brown paper bag from the grocery store. You rip that along the seams real careful, you got a big old canvas. Oh, I love that. Any piece of paper will do. You can see that and I'm going for a sort of character design with gigantic feet and hands. It goes naturally that if the feet are at the bottom, the next thing on the character will be the hands. See my big meat, ham-handed big thumb. Look at that. Look at those gigantic, beefy fingers. Who is this fascinating character that's got such gigantic... Who is this handsome homunculoid who's got these beautiful gigantic feet and beautiful gigantic hands? Aren't you curious about this character? Don't you know? Don't you want to know what they're getting up to? How do they get those big hands? What else do I need to do here? You know, I've got the big feet and the big hands, but where do you go from there? That's my question to you, is where do you go from there? What could possibly stand up to the legend created by these ginormous hands? Hard to say, hard to say. How about a combination pair of shorts and t-shirt? That's right. This head is not terribly exotic, but we do got if we treat it like hair coming down, we do have a little upturned thing on the end. That's nice. Okay, let's just play around with it here. I don't know that I have a concept for the head so much as I'm just playing around with that silhouette. Maybe that's like a ponytail coming out. That's reasonable that there would be a ponytail, right? Giant hands, giant feet. Probably a ponytail. Big old bulbous nose. Uh-oh. See my microphone is getting a little low here. Probably drop out. Oh, boy, and that Agnes, she ain't let me forget either. She ain't let me forget. Thank you. We got 1 minute remaining. Thank you, Agnes. Thank you, Agnes. So I've got my giant feet, I've got my giant hands, I've got my dark glasses, cool person. I've got a peace sign on the hat. I'm going to do another peace sign on the shirt. It's, because of this character's, hold on. Because of this character's coloration and this color's peace signs, you'd be tempted to call this character something like perhaps green pace. But that's already a thing. That's already a thing. That namespace is taken. All right. Get that coming in. Ain't that pretty? Yeah. All right. So, I think that's about, yeah, so I mean, we got something we can be proud of there. No question. No question. Well, congratulations, friends. Because now we got tiny little baby work of art here. Look at that. And every work of art ever made was started from scratch, just like ours. And you see, in the imagination, there is ideas uncountable, and they are glorious, but the one thing that they ain't is real. But ideas without action, there can be no manifestation, no communication, no result, and no reward. But this beauty right here, you can hang that on a fridge. And you say, Zell, but this is only little doodles. It's just my broccoli notions that I like to doodle on. Well, coconuts to that. Art is an iterative process. We ain't got to make it perfect if we can always make it better. So let's take a little look here at where my doodle, you see that? Ain't that cute? Let's take a little look here at where my doodle might go if I spent an hour on it. So first I bring in my broccoli. I trace over it to get an accurate silhouette. Ain't that pretty? And flip it upside down again, just so I'm not cheating. Here we go. Not too shabby. So I'm going with sort of a carrot nose motif. Like this is some sort of vegetal hero. Not too shabby. And friends, as that Mr. Leonardo da Vinci said, a work of art ain't never finished. It's only abandoned. And done is better than perfect if perfect ain't done. So is everything as I dreamed? Everything that I had dreamed in the beginning, is it evident in the genuine article that I have created here? Well, allow me to present this work for your critical evaluation. Okay, first up we got our instant classic character. Is this monstrosity an instant classic character? He's got a distinctive carrot nose, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give him 3 out of 5 for distinctive. Recognizable broccoli shape. No question, especially if you flip that over. Look at that broccoli. You can see that broccoli a mile away. That's a broccoli. 3, you plumb forget that you're looking at broccoli. I don't know. Because he is green and because his beard looks like broccoli, because he has a carrot for a nose and a snap pea for a mouth, I do not think that you would ever exactly forget that you're looking at broccoli. So why don't we give that one a 1 or a 2 out of 5? Just being honest here. Winky broccoli inside jokes. Did it make it? Yeah, look at that. We got carrot, little carrot mustache. We got the snap pea there. Those are both broccoli-related things, being vegetables. So yeah, let's call that high marks. We have We have something that only the biggest fans of broccoli are going to get. And pro-broccoli narrative. Did that make it in there? Is there a pro-broccoli narrative? I would say that's another 1 or a 2 perhaps out of 5 because this character is monstrous and I think he villainizes both broccoli regular and broccoli anthropomorphized. That's my take on that. So, thank you for the opportunity to present my broccoli silhouette character design. Honest feedback is a generous gift. It is always a gift. For when we wish to develop our work beyond our capacity, we must see through eyes other than our own. That's why every artist must be able to give and take honest critique. So how do we grow when we're done and we show? We art kindly, first to ourselves and also to others. We all of we artists invest ourselves greatly in the things that we make. So, you make sure to handle them with care and compassion. If an artist asked me for a critique of the work I have just shown you, this is how I might art kindly. First, I would thank them for the opportunity to enjoy their work. I would say, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to look at this beautiful broccoli creature I have never seen. Never in all my days have I seen a broccoli creature so distinctive. That's a true statement. Though not a compliment, it is a true statement. Compliment them on what they did well. I can say, oh, I recognize that carrot. What a distinct shape. I like how you did the green bean or the snap pea as the mouth. You can say, I think you did those things very well. And then, where are the opportunities to improve? I would say, well, sir, I think there's an opportunity to improve the sad basset hound eyes that look watery and jaundiced. I think there's an opportunity here to make this character a little bit cuter without so much of a monstrous pop psychedelic lowbrow eye shape. And then I would tell them my favorite part. That would be my outro. I would say, but my most favorite part of this distinctive Broccoli Man work is how you use those individual little peas as teeth. I think that is a very inventive touch. Oh, suitable for this distinctive Broccoli Man. And if I was the artist that got that critique, well, I hope I would thank them right back. No need to explain oneself or explain what we were going for. You must thank your critic for their bravery and generosity of spirit. They have given you what you need to improve. So even if it's something that they didn't like, even if they were not the kindest in their critique, they have given you a gift. And friends, your favorite artist was once a beginner, and we want to see what you made. So tag, please, Zealous Art Revival on Instagram, and next week, we're going to show your art on the TV. So here, let's take a look at this. That's St. Jonathan of the Bay Area with his invent a new facial hair. And you can see the beautiful waves, like the waves coming off the face here, and the eyebrows as well. Look at how distinctive they are, like a splash. And there's a boat, little sailing boat with a fisherman off the eyebrow. I have never seen a facial hair like that. No exaggeration. Beautiful. Thank you, St. Jonathan. Thank you for sharing this work of art. I am so immeasurably enriched by the novelty that you have captured in this facial hair, St. Jonathan. This is a gift to me. Thank you. So, how do we ever get better and better? We art daily. That's right. I'm asking you right now to make a pledge. I want you to make art every single day for the rest of your life. Sickness and health, rain or shine, for at least 5 minutes a day. At least 5 minutes. And in return, I believe I can promise you that you will be able to claim all of the many, many gifts of creativity. Skill, personal development, self-transformation, connection, and a real, actionable path to mastery in any artistic pursuit that you choose. And I know that it's scary. I know that it's scary to think of doing something every day for the rest of your life. That's a big idea. But what scares you more? Making a tiny little cross-your-heart promise, or knowing that you could leave this life with something great inside you that never got to come out? I know it's scarier to me. And friends, talent is great, but great work requires skill. Skill requires repetition. Repetition requires habit. Won't you join me? Won't you join me and cross your heart for art? Call the number down below, and let's start. Now, friends, back in the old days, we'd all leave this tent and we'd have a big pancake breakfast and some artistic fellowship. Strong coffee, fresh juice, both infantilized and adulterated. But for now, Sunday noon's our honeymoon, so me and Belle's going to go horse around for a little while. Please join us next week when we make multiversal art cars. Oh, don't that sound fun? Goodbye, friends. Goodbye.